Hey guys, Freedom Fighter 1776 again. It's been a while since I made my last video. I've just been so busy with everything going on, so busy with work and my extra work and shooting and training and everything else, so it's been crazy. But I wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of go over my newest knife. It's the Benchmade Infidel. I know there's a bunch of videos on YouTube already of the Benchmade Infidel. I kind of wanted to touch on my experience with it. I've seen some other reviews online, some good, some bad. Mine's kind of going to be a little bit of both. So, in a nutshell, I got it about a month ago, been playing with it. You know, I really like it. I've wanted a dagger for a while. You know, D2 steel, I like it. Everything's been good except, so first got it a month ago, had it for a couple days, and I guess I didn't really notice it right away because it the blade started to have a lot of wobble in it, and because it was so slight over a period of a couple days, I guess I didn't notice it right away, but after a couple days of having it, so, you know, maybe 4 or 5 days, you know, whenever you get a new out the front automatic, you always want to play with it, so it's in and out, you know, the clicking, that's the fun part of having it out the front, right? So, playing with it for a couple days, and over a couple days, it started to get really wobbly, almost to where I could shake the knife back and forth, and I could hear it wobbling around. The blade would actually have play back and forth, so, I guess I didn't think too much of it. I just said, okay, well, you know, it's not as tight as my Microtech. Maybe that's just the way it is, I guess. And kind of chalked it up to, wow, you know, a $420 knife. I don't feel like it should be like that, but I guess it is. So, long story short, was playing with it one day, and it just stopped working. I could retract it back in and go to push it out, and it would jam up. It wouldn't come out like it was off the track, but if anybody else has an out the front, you know, if it comes off the track, all you got to do is pull it out, it's back on the track, and then you can retract it back in and you're good. But in this case, it was completely jammed up. It wouldn't move. I couldn't pull it back in or anything. So I was forced to take it apart. Now, luckily, Benchmade uses actual, you know, Allen head screws or Torx screws instead of, you know, Microtech's proprietary screws. So they do tell you that they don't want you to take it apart. It'll void the warranty. Okay, I'm kind of a technical guy. I'm a tinkerer. You know, I do maintenance. I do mechanical work, so it wasn't a big deal for me to take it apart. So I did take it apart, and I wish I had made a video while I took it apart so that you guys could actually see what the problem was, what I found inside, instead of me trying to explain it to you. But I didn't think about it at the time, but I at least wanted to share my experience with it in case somebody else had the same deficiencies. So, took it apart. There's a screw that holds a mount on the blade to what sits on the spring actuation chassis, I guess you would call it, and that screw had completely backed out and came out and was inside, and it was impeding the movement of the blade, so it jammed itself up because the screw had completely come out, and so took it all apart, found that was the issue, put the screw back in, put some Loctite on it, tightened it down, put it all back together, and now it's fine. And when I put it back together, that's when I noticed, wow, there's no play in the blade anymore, and I guess I didn't notice it because over time that screw was coming loose, the wobble was becoming greater, and then once I fixed it where there was completely no play, I was like, you know, that's where I saw the difference. So, I guess good and bad. You know, I like the knife. I think it's cool. I think it's great. It's a lot of fun. Awesome dagger blade. But for a $420 knife, I don't think that a screw should have come out in a couple days of playing with it. And I've never had that experience with my Microtech that I've had for a year. I haven't had that experience with my other Benchmades, like my Phaetons. I don't know. I just feel like for a $420 knife, it should at least be Loctited in place. I mean, if not Loctited, I feel like it could be engineered in a different way to where that screw isn't even needed. Again, I wish I had thought about making a video while I had it taken apart so that I could show you guys and explain more in depth of what actually happened. You'll just have to take my word for it. I'm just giving you my, my experiences. Like I said, I've had it for probably about 2 months at this point. I like it. Other than that one issue I had, since I put Loctite on the screw and put it back together, I haven't experienced any issues with it. It hasn't come loose since. So I think the problem's fixed now and everything's good. But I did want to kind of put my 2 cents out there to say, it is a great knife and I really like it, but I feel like that was a design flaw to put a screw in there where it didn't need to be. It could have been engineered out. And if you did decide to put a screw in there, Benchmade definitely should have put Loctite on it from the factory. I mean, there's no way it should have came loose in just a couple of days playing with it. I mean, it wasn't like I was out in the field tearing stuff up, cutting everything, working it, stabbing stuff. I was pretty much just sitting at the house playing with it because it was a new knife. I mean, that was about it. So, long story short, I won't take up any more of your guys' time. I know you got a bunch going on with this virus and everything else and work. Hopefully everybody's still at work. But my experience has been good other than that one failure. So if you guys are looking to get an infidel, I guess just be mindful of it. If you notice any extensive play starting in the blade, side-to-side play, definitely message me or let me know. I can try to better explain it, or I'll just make a video where I take it apart and show you guys exactly what's going on. So other than that, that's just my 2 cents. I thank you guys for your time. I'll be making some other videos about some other new toys that I got going on. So if you guys need anything, definitely message me. If not, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.